Well, folks, it's Andy here from Home Glow, and we're a plumbing and heating company based in the Rotherham area, and today I'm going to do an how-to video on how to remove a radiator safely. So this is for if you're decorating in a room, you take it off so you can paint behind it, wallpaper behind it or whatever, or you may be having your walls plastered and you need to take it off so they can plaster it in, obviously get behind the radiator. So hopefully this is geared up for the keen DIYer who is confident in doing this kind of thing, and obviously saves you a call out fee from a plumber. First of all, what I would do is cover the working area with a good thick dust sheet. You want no brown sludgy water again on your nice cream carpet, because sure that'll kill you. I mean, I'm doing it over lino today, so it doesn't matter whether you get a bit of water on lino, you can mop it up. So yeah, just protect the working area with a dust sheet first. I've got a super absorbent wipe. It's inevitable that you are going to get some drips there, so super absorbent wipe, just mop up any spills that do start to escape. A tool check I'm sure you're going to be using is what I call footprints. I've had these for a long time. Brilliant tool. Adjustable spanner. A smaller version of the footprints, or just a small adjustable spanner, will be just as good for what I'm going to use this for. If you haven't got any footprints, you can use just some pump pliers again, just whatever you feel comfortable using. Radiator key, posi screwdriver for this instance with mine, because I need to remove a screw and the valve top, and just some drip trays for to carry up any spills. Plug her in, get my action cam on, and hopefully you can see what we're doing. Tools in. So first of all, obviously you can see radiator that we're going to be working on today is small, easily manageable for me. Again, work to your own limits. A radiator can be really heavy, so always make sure that you can take this radiator off nice and easy. What we're going to do first is go to the radiator. What you've got to understand about this radiator, it's full of water, so we've got to isolate both of these valves. So there's 2 points of entry where this water's coming in. One which is this side, this pipe here, and then this side here where it's coming in from the boiler into the radiator. So all we've got to do is isolate both of those valves. This one's got a thermostatic head on it. I'm just taking it off just to show you what mine looks like. Mine's numbered 54321, and then 0, which we're going to turn it off to. Depending on which manufacturer of thermostatic valve, it may be Roman numerals or anything. But when you're turning anything off, just make sure you turn it clockwise so it won't go anymore, and then that, in theory, should be off. Reattach that. I'll turn it off. So now, that should be isolated. No water coming in from this side, but don't forget it's still coming on this side because we haven't turned this one off yet. So this one's called a lock shield. The reason why it's called a lock shield is it has a plastic cap on the top. Now with a lock shield you cannot physically turn it off with a plastic cap, so you have to take off the plastic cap to expose the spindle. So obviously this is what it will look like when you've removed the cap. That's your spindle. Just open this fully and show you how to turn it off. And at the moment it is fully open. It has something inside of there, a plunger. So we need to turn that spindle off to isolate the water coming in. So again, my tool of preference for this is my little baby footprints. Again, you could use an adjustable spanner on it because it has a square head, just as good. Just these do it a lot quicker. So you're turning it off, that's in the radiator valve, that's on there. Turn it clockwise till it won't go anymore. Then when eventually it will come to a standstill, when it does, just get that little bit extra to turn it off. That's just so you know it should, in theory, be fully off. So I hope that explains that bit. So I'm going to isolate this one. That's off there. So now we're ready. Well, no we're not. I'll tell you what we need to do first. In theory, this radiator should be isolated now. No water going in from either side. But the radiator is still full of water, obviously. That bit's still full of water, but no water physically coming into the radiator. What I always do, just to make sure, because sometimes valves do pass and not turn off properly, come to the bleed point on your radiator key, open it up, and there should be no water that comes out. If you know that, there might be a few little drops and even spray out a little bit to begin with, but eventually it should stop. Camera. So I know now there's no water coming in, so there's no water coming out, because that's an open end now. There's no water coming out of that bleeding point. So I'll turn it back off, and then we're ready to disconnect the unions. So when I say unions, I mean the nuts on the radiator. Obviously that's on the radiator like so. We need to take these off. How we do that is, my tool of preference again is, because it doesn't damage the nut, is an adjustable spanner. If you use grips on it, it chews the nut up. So I'd always use, on a chrome fitting like that, adjustable spanner. So to undo any nut, you're turning it. So we're turning this anti-clockwise to undo the nut. But you'll notice, let me just adjust the camera. I'm putting that on my nut there on the radiator valve. This is the one that we need to turn off, to undo, to take off the radiator. If I was to push down on that now, potentially, I'm turning it, that pipe is naturally wanting to move backwards like that. But if the problem is you do that, you're moving it backwards, it's going to kink that pipe there. So then if you do kink that pipe, then you are going to need a plumber, because you've damaged pipe. The olive that's inside of there is probably no good anymore, and it's not sitting true inside the valve. So how we overcome that, our second pair of footprints, main body of the valve, and basically you're pushing down on that side and pulling up slightly on this side, and the theory behind it is it makes that valve stay still, so you're not kinking no pipes. So well, that's gone nice and easy. We're dead easy, that. A bit too easy, but there we go. It's started to drip. Get your drip tray underneath, undo the nut, and just, you're going to get bits of water in, that's why it's containable now. Just get your drip tray underneath, make sure that nut's off, so when you do come to take it off, that can pull off nice and easy. All that. Do the same this side. Again, I'm going to be using a second pair of footprints on there. My adjustable spanner there. So this side I'm pulling up rather than pushing down this side, because obviously it's opposite side, but it's still turning the same way, believe it or not. Again, if it was just to push up there, that valve would kink forward, causing again a leak, and you would need a plumber again to come and repair it. So again, put your footprints or whatever your pliers or whatever you're going to be using to push downwards. Don't use it on the plastic head or the rim of the thermostatic head, because if you damage that, again you're going to need another valve. Push down slightly. Your adjustable on there, pull up whilst pushing down this side, Again, pipe will move a bit, but just make sure it's not kinking. Just put my rag down this side. That nut is off now. Again, it's off. So both of these valves can now pull off. Like so. That's the job done, to be fair. But I'll show you, I'll take it off. I would always take one side off first instead of trying to take them both off at the same time. The reason why I do that is if I take that side off, it creates space this side then just to basically hook off and just pull it away from this side. Anyway, so we are. Hold again, this is how I do it. You don't have to do it like this, you could do it like that or whatever, but I like to use my thumb, holding against radiator, push it off, and then that'll expose the tail of the valve, thumb on the end so it stops running, lift it up slightly and it comes off as easy as that. Drip that into your bowl, all the excess water. I mean this one hasn't got much water in it anyway, it's only a small radiator. That's it, that's drained. Flip your radiator upside down. And the reason for that is, if you turn it upside down, these valves then go to the top of the radiator, so you now can stack that radiator safely. It's not going to drip anywhere in your garage or whatever. So that's it. I hope that's been helpful. And I'm going to do some more how-to videos. So it's Friday, I'm going to have a beer now. So if it's a Friday, enjoy your weekend and see you soon. Thank you.